This right here is the Foch B. Now the Foch B is one of the most powerful tanks in certain situations. Having trouble with the new assembly shop tank? Are 3 enemies holding this entire flank? Do you need to win city, but your team's too busy sitting in the back? Clearly, the Foch B is a very powerful tank, but it has a problem. It's very difficult and unintuitive to play, and I personally find myself struggling to play it more times than not. But you know what? I'd like to change that. So for an entire week, I'm going to play at least 10 games in the Foch B a day with the express goal of getting better. Now, I wanted to be known that this was not easy for me because that's a lot of World of Tanks to play. So I came into this with the goal of 3-marking the Foch B. Now I'm going to spoil this right now for you. That shit did not happen. So I set myself a new goal. I wanted to get 5k DPG by the end of the week. What I didn't know was this challenge would be simultaneously one of the most fun and most rage-inducing things I've ever done in World of Tanks. And I'm going to show you what the highs, I think if you let me get that already, that might have been my highest damage game ever. And the lows, I'm so fucking done with this game. 4 shots! I take 4 fucking shots! All perfectly aimed at the yak. If you just stick around. But anyway, random practice doesn't really help. So how do I expect to improve? Well, luckily for me, I know somebody who has quite a bit of experience playing this tank. So this whole time I will be playing with Bagden, and if I ever need help, he'll tell me what I can do. Whether he's happy about it or not is a different story. So how do you play the Foch B? Well, the Foch B is different from other tanks in the sense that it thrives in the mid to late game. While in a lot of tanks you want to be getting early damage and using your HP from the beginning, the Foch B is really about playing safe until you see an opening where you can go and use your full clip. The Foch B is really about isolating the enemy tanks. You don't really want to be in a 1v2 unless both tanks are clippable. In the first clip I had shown with the Griffin, that was the first time in the entire game that I was lit. I saved my HP and I surprised the enemies by isolating the Griffin. That's how you want to play the Foch B. This is probably the most amount of effort that I've put into a video so far. I mean, the file for this has over 209 gigabytes worth of footage and video. So if you could just comment down below and give me a like and maybe subscribe, that'd be amazing. Thank you. All right, day 1. Now I started off this day like nervous, but also in a good mood because I did want to learn how to play the Foch B. Now, I know I said I was bad at the Foch B, but the first game I played in it right out of the gate went really fucking well. Oh, and for some reason, OBS didn't record Bagden's microphone for this game and this game only, so yeah. No. I bounced a bat chat. Now, I want to point out that even though it looks like I'm doing well in this game, I'm really just playing like a normal tank and getting extremely lucky that I'm not getting punished by the enemies. 4, 3... Yes, I got one to bounce. I got them both to bounce. What you're seeing right now is pure skill. I'd say that was a pretty successful clip. Bro. Bro. Nice. He bounced. You know what? For a first game, that went pretty fucking well. I want to go back to point some things out because rewatching this game. So the C-100 shoots and I take my chance to shoot him, but then I wait 10 more seconds to go for the second shot, and he just doesn't shoot me back. I then somehow get the E4, E100, and E5 to all bounce me so I can get this clip in without dying. And it just seems like everybody is bouncing me. Like, I'm not one to criticize a good thing, but this was so lucky. Anyway, first game of the week, and I do 7.2k damage. I was feeling on top of the world. Yeah.
Not yet. Rip.
Moving on from game 2, day 1 was going wonderfully. I was catching enemies off guard, I was taking good positions, and I was getting damage. Nice! Oh, into the Yag's HP. Honestly, this tank is better armor than I was expecting. Poor guy. I bounced! Loading into game 4, this happened. You have grand battles on? Come on, somebody please cross this. Incoming? As if on cue.
Yeah, I'm out of shots.
Get baited. How do you pen an E77?
Like that?
Well, if he's just gonna give me that, I mean, look for the green part and shoot, right?
Why was there a fucking DBV there? Not when you poked. Only when I poked. At least you can do good in this tank today.
Huh, I outlit him.
Yeah, whatever, dude. 10,000 tanks in the fucking back. I've not done good.
I'm in your debt.
Alright, so at this point we had 3 wins and 2 losses, and we were averaging over 4,000 damage, so I was doing pretty well. Unfortunately, I don't think I can say the same thing for Bagden.
Clearly you don't need my teaching abilities. You're already better than me.
No, I need your teaching abilities.
Don't feature me in this video.
But I killed the light tank. Yes. Nice, I assassinated the S-Con.
Yeah, now I can play the game.
With yet another good game under my belt, I was feeling pretty good. But then, this happened.
Bro. Alright, I'm not playing anymore, bro. I'm genuinely not.
We're only halfway done.
The fucking MBT fucking hit my fucking cupola every single time with his fucking stupid ass fucking gun.
So unfortunately that cuts day 1 short, but we had 4 wins and 3 losses with the DBG of about 3,900, which is honestly so much better than I thought we would do for day 1. Coming out of day 1, I was on a high. I was thinking, honestly, do I even need to make this video? Maybe I'm already good at the Foch. But luckily for y'all, day 2 came and kicked my ass. Now, the first game was, quite honestly, one of the most boring games I've ever played.
Well, I am extremely bored.
Average Mally game. We wait until the 5A crosses.
Oh.
See, I told you. Bro, I can't. But then, in Game 9, something incredible happened. But first, watch this luck. Oh! Literally never punished, it was all skill.
Yeah,
that was skill. That was pure skill. I meant for that to happen. Okay, here's the situation. It's a 2 versus 5. Your teammate is very bad.
Oh? Yeah,
I want you to pay attention to what this Leo does right now. That ram and the damage that he took from it is going to become very important later. So, the Yak dies, and now it's all up to Bagden. And I'll just let you watch this. You have enough shots? Seconds, you can take one. Say, make sure this pets. Bagden!
Let's go!
Bagden! That's right, Bagden picked up the 1 versus 3 clutch to win the second game. And you know what? Bagden wouldn't have had the shells to kill the Leo if he didn't ram himself on the Yag. Unfortunately, that skill didn't really rub off on me, as games 10, 11, and 12 were all pretty bad. So I knew something had to change going into game 13. I took a nice long break from World of Tanks, and you know what? It worked!
Where the fuck's the
Dude,
drill
I
at?
don't know. He bounced. Nice, I actually gained at the end. Dude. My gun absolutely trolled that clip. Damn, I just murdered the concept. Skipping ahead to the last game of day 2, you know, I'm on a roll, I'm ready to go, and... Alright, day 2 we had 7 wins and only 3 losses with an average damage of 3.8k. Still going much better than I had previously thought it would, but we haven't hit the rage-inducing section yet. We have made it to day 3. Now day 3 for me was a learning day. I wanted to play this tank differently and see what worked and what didn't work, so naturally that means I had some of my highest damage games today, but I also had some of my lowest. Game 18 was proc, so I thought that this was a great time to find out how being super passive in the Foch B feels. And you know what? I did pretty well. There was just one downside. It was a 15-minute draw. After that got me 5,500 damage, I decided to do the exact opposite for game 19 and play super aggro. Yeah, so that didn't work, so let's try somewhere in the middle, and that brings me perfectly to game 21. Game 21 was my first taste of actual success in the Foch B, of playing the tank well and catching the enemies off guard. Come on, gun.
Bro, I can't pen the tortoise.
Dumbass, actually get baited. Are you able to spot the ship arm? I just need to see if he was coming back to me. I'm gonna go behind him. I got a lot of damage out of that. I had a good game. So by playing middle distance and conserving my HP towards the end, I was able to rack up the damage towards the end of the battle. And since day 3 is the day of trying new strategies, I finally got to see what it looks like when the Foch catches someone out in the beginning of the game. This is game 24, and I'm gonna be honest with you, there were some donations. So kind of this Panzer 7 to start donating his hit points to me. That's insane. That's actually insane. Bagden, the Panzer 7 just donated 2,500 hit points to me.
Eat my ass. Come on, traverse speed. When this tank works, it really works. That's like the easiest 6k damage I've ever done. One of the problems with trying new things is they don't always work. The next few games are pretty unremarkable, although game 27 did get me pretty upset. I ricocheted the shit. He missed! What? Yeah, look at this. That shit did not hit me. Day 3 saw us trying out some new strategies, and while some of them worked, a lot of them didn't. We had 4 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw, with an average damage of nearly 4,000. But overall, by this point, it feels like I'm improving and I'm more confident in my ability to actually go off and play this tank on my own.
Coming out of day 3, I was feeling super confident. I was finally able to create my own strategies and play this tank on my own. In day 4, however, all that confidence came crashing down. See, there's something I haven't told you. Even though I'm playing the Foch B every day for a week, I'm not only playing the Foch B every day for a week. And this day's Foch B session came after a particularly infuriating session of trying to record a different video. All of this to say, my starting mood for this session wasn't very high, which means at the slightest inconvenience...
And yeah, he shot me for that.
Can I fucking hit a shot, dude? No, I'm so fucking done with this game. 4 shots! I take 4 fucking shots, all perfectly aimed at the Yag Scapola. Every single one of them misses. The Yag fucking snapshots, 0 aim, hits me. Fuck you, dude. Now, I want to point out that I played like utter shit that game. And that is a trend that will continue because I just keep tilting. Classic, green reticle, bounce. On a fucking DBV. He hits that on the move! I'm tilting so hard. And tilting. And tilting. And tilting all the way down. So going into game 36, I knew something had to change. So I took a nice long break, and then I locked in. And I ended up getting an insane clutch. To start off the game, I see if I could catch any heavies off guard. But while reloading, I noticed there's a nice open gap in the enemy's defenses, so... After this brawl and heavy flank, I can see that my team is really starting to lose the other side of the map, so it's time to go back. Unfortunately, it looks like without me, Heavy Tank has completely folded, and I only have 3 shells left. But here's the thing, the enemies don't know I only have 3 shells left, and if I could just trick them and think I'm on reloaded, then we might have a chance. So this chieftain pushes around not knowing that I'm here, and he takes 2. He thinks I still have 4 more, so he's not going to poke again. But now here's the genius. I'm going to reload now in hopes that I could get a full reload before they notice that I'm not loaded. And no, I did not reload just because the 1-to-1 told me to. And would you look at that, it worked. I now have 6 shells to hold these guys off, and with the MBT getting spotted in the side, I know that I could focus all my attention on these 2. And it's just beautiful. That reload single-handedly won us the game. Both the Type and the Chieftain repeatedly poked because they thought I was out of shells, when in reality, I still had 1 more for them. And at this point, it was just a matter of cleaning up the Arty and the MBTB. What a way to redeem the day, huh? I know 6k damage isn't like the most that we've seen in this video, but we only won that game because of my knowledge of the tank and how I was able to use it. And that's the learning I was looking for. That's the whole point of this video. And I'm happy to say that this momentum continued into game 37, where I was actually able to make a good game out of this. So, day 4 had 6 wins and 4 losses with an average damage of 3.3 thousand, which isn't very high, but I think it was all saved by game 36, which really showed my learning in this tank, if you will. Day 5 started off confident and in a good mood, which isn't always common for World of Tanks. However, Baghdad and I have been running into this problem lately.
At least I have hit points.
Oh, I'm lagging.
Oh, I'm lagging.
For some reason, Baghdad and I have been lagging at the exact same time. Now, we're the only 2 on our entire team that are lagging, but we're lagging simultaneously, and we don't live together, okay? So I'm not sure if it's a server issue or like a individual issue. I have no clue. But if you know how to fix this, please tell us. Oh, nice, a Progetto. If only I could control where my tank is moving.
And it only happens sometimes. Like, most of the game will be fine, and then some of the time you'll just not be able to control your tank at all.
Bro, is it gonna stop?
It's honestly not.
But despite this, I was able to make game 38 a halfway decent game.
The Kunstpanzer is coming after me. Help.
You're welcome.
Okay, he rammed me.
Thankfully, the lag subsided in game 39, allowing me to actually play the game.
Having a war.
America's...
Sit here. I think America is definitely the country that had the most lucky history. Most things went correctly. But it definitely could have went better.
Yeah, I'm getting bored. We won the other side of the map.
It bounced me.
What is he doing?
Bounce? Why is it? I don't like that. They were all dying and they didn't let me get free damage.
Unfortunately, the lag returned in game 40 and kind of ruined it, so we had to try to fix it.
I'm running wargaming check. You do the same.
And you know what? I don't really want to talk about game 41.
Dude, this is the worst game I've had in the Foch. The entire time I played the Foch, this is the worst game I've had in the Foch.
And that brings us to game 42, which was just beautiful. Now, in a normal tank, I'd like to go shoot the tanks going up to hill, but I don't think that'll be happening. Now, I know this position isn't like some secret, unknown spot, but that doesn't mean it's not very good, and you get amazing shots on anybody trying to play this flank of the map. And you know, a little RNG doesn't hurt anybody.
Look, fine.
Oh!
I tracked him.
There's a house in the way.
Yeah,
We're actually
I'm not
losing.
because they have a manticore in their base.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude.
they have people in our base. Just fucking. And we can't go back to base because they have the hill.
This gun is just fucking me. What even should I do? Should I just sit here? I think just sitting here might be my best bet.
I want you to look at something. So I know that that Death Star is still up on the perch, but I don't want to sit inside of this bush because he might blind fire me. So I'm going to sit right to the side of it, so I'm still in cover, but I'm not where he's going to blind fire. And would you look at that, I would have been dead if I sat in that bush.
Oh, if I was loaded out, he'd be dead right now. He still might be, actually. He's just sitting there. Yep. I'm gonna move so I can shoot this S-bomb. Come on, gun. Are you kidding me? You know what's not good, Bagden? I only have one clip of gold left, and then I have to use standard.
It was a
Oh, wait.
stirve there, not a Leo
The
one.
stirve's there? I can just push them.
There he is. We picked up so many kills at the end. We both got 5 kills.
I think if you didn't, if you let me get that already, that might have been my highest damage game ever.
Ever?
Yeah, it might have been. It depends on how much blind I got. Oh, yeah, it would have been. Absolutely. And the 2 mark.
This game felt incredible. You know, it was just finally proof, at least to me, that I was improving at the Foch B, that I wasn't just bad. And you know what? I was able to keep that momentum for the rest of the day.
He shot me.
Well, now I know he's gonna die for it, because I killed him.
Oh, and
Back
he's
up,
gonna
back up.
poke me?
I think he might be upsetty spaghetti.
Is he going for me?
Yes.
Bro, he's going for me! Oh, he missed. He bounced. Bro, I missed the complete side of him.
It's okay, I got my entire clip, and also he bounced.
A nice little 6K game is a great way to end off day 5. Day 5 went much,
better than day 4. We had 7 wins and only 3 losses, and an average damage of 4,750, roughly. In day 6, we ended up meeting a special guest. Sir Gabriel from YouTube reached out to me and asked if I wanted to play a couple games, and obviously I was gonna say yes. And we had a lot of great conversations. Now, I don't know what was up with this day, but I could not play the Foch B to save my life. I'm not joking, it got to the point where it was kind of embarrassing. I mean, out of the 8 Foch B games I played with him, I think like 5 were 2.2k or less. So for those 8 games, I'm more gonna show you the highlights of our conversations and like the funny moments rather than actual good gameplay, because there was only really one good game. I truly did not like the old HE. I didn't like getting hit for 400 even when I'm like perfectly all down. But I like now it's a lot more usable against like medium tanks and shit.
My read on the HE thing was like, it was stupid that I was in my E100 perfectly angled the way I should be, and then some idiot in their 705A would just be like constantly spam me to death with HE, and I'm just like, I'm not even a hull down tank. Like at that point when it was, I was just like, I'm not a chieftain. I'm not another 705A, which is impenetrable, pull down. Like, what gives? So,
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of people don't like to say that, though.
No, all I'm saying is if I made videos back then, I would have made a video called the HE changes were actually a buff. Because it's it's so much easier to pen people now. Okay.
Tous' artillery does not do any more damage. I just saw that guy get hit for, like...
Okay, I just fucking died.
5...
He still shot you.
Love, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Not 0 damage.
Oh, I was gonna ask you, what do you use for your thumbnails?
Take a guess.
do you use Canva?
I use Google Slides.
No, bro.
I use Google Slides.
To show you how small the NA community is.
No, I said it before. There's like actually a hard limit on how far you can grow.
This is my hot take, is that most World of Tanks content creators are not great creators. Like, all they do is review tanks. And they're like, oh, this is my content. I'm like, oh, I mark. I'm like, oh, so creative.
No, I agree. I mean, I watch... I don't even play Rocket League anymore, but I still watch the content because they're actually good content creators. Yeah. For like, there was like an 8-month stretch in 2024 where Quickie Baby genuinely gained 0 net subs.
Yeah, I feel like it's an 80% type of deal where
what
it's
the
like
fuck are these enemies doing?
of the time.
Okay. I'm actually just dead. I got cooked. Usually when I want to like actually lock in and 3-mark a difficult tank, I have to play alone. I don't know. But also, I don't enjoy playing the game alone, so...
I always alt F4 30 minutes into playing alone.
Exactly. Alright, this is the one good game I had with Sir Gabriel. Time to do the exact same thing as last time and expect a different result.
Okay, well, I'll be there to support you. I don't really care. Why would I care? Oh, no, you're not getting away from me. No. True. Isn't it fun?
Oh my god, dude. I went up the hill and like I got overpoked by every single enemy.
Kill me? Oh, never mind.
I lost my entire tank. Hey, can you go spot this guy?
Oh, for fuck's sake, of course, fucking 60 TP is here. Don't do it, you little shitter. I'm gonna bounce you. It's gonna happen.
Oh my god. Alright, that was actually a terrible clip. 2 out of 6, dude. Give me 13 seconds.
They can smell blood in the water! They can smell blood in the water! Get away from me! Get away from me! Get away from me, you apes! Ah! Oh.
Why did they have a 4?
Come on, guns.
Oh my god, the fucking 60 TP is still here. Oh, he's gonna fucking push me like an ape.
He's pushing you because I'm pushing his ass. Sorry, I couldn't save you.
No, bro, just like fucking rammed me like a retard. I love that, man. Oh. Honestly, it was smart. It was a smart play.
Come on, Gon.
I love how you bounced the first one too.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's like, why do you guys even play this game? Like,
That-
she's not even like in the content. She's like, much less like play the game. Like, who cares about making content? Can be fun, but
I exploded.
a lot of people are just questioning why we play it.
No,
so.
you don't understand. Every single friend I have who I didn't meet playing World of Tanks, when I tell them I say World of Tanks, is like, why? But like,
Yeah.
World of Wargaming gives me the surveys, right? And they're like, how likely are you to recommend World of Tanks? I'll get laughed out of the Discord server. I'll actually...
Do you want to just... Oh, wait, there's 2 of them. Fuck me.
He's gonna bounce me. I can feel it. He did not bounce me. It was-
Okay, I'm going in. We're going to kill one of them. Sound good?
Yeah. I missed my shot. Alright.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, wait, you're going to die.
I
dude. Back up, back
bounced.
up.
I'm chill. I told you.
You're so
It's the-
lucky.
It's not luck, it's angling.
Oh, I just bounced.
I'm on reload. See?
Oh, I just
Angle.
bounced.
No, it's angling. You see what I mean? You meant to do that. I'm actually doing terribly. Like, I have 2.8k average. Thank you, Sir Gabriel, for all the games. I had a ton of fun. I'm sorry for throwing all of them, but I can't help it. I did only play 8 Foch B games with Sir Gabriel, so I had to play 2 solo, and these I really locked in to try and save the DPG. And while neither of them are like the best games that I've shown you, they're certainly better than the ones I had this day. Alright, so day 6, we had 9 wins and only 1 loss, but it wasn't me doing the winning because I had a total DPG of 3,077, and if you don't count the last 2 games that I played solo, I had a total DPG of 2,600. Day 7 was my final chance to get the 5k DPG. I hadn't done it in any of the days before, and this was the final day. Now, I'll be honest, the spirits weren't too high going into this day. Dude, this fucking dog shit map again. There are 4 shit barns on the enemy team. I'm fucking crashing out. But that doesn't mean that we can't have a good day, and that starts us off with game 58. Dude. This gun, I swear to you, when I'm done with this video, I'm selling the tank. Somebody just exploded. Oh shit. Shit. He bounced!
Yeah, well. Get fucked. Yeah, I'm not poking you, little bro.
I was going for the Rams. 6.3k is not bad, but we were able to continue that momentum into game 60.
Well, maybe you can shoot heavies going in first.
Track? No, my shot missed, and then they can't open it. I agree. What?
I'll take this on it. I think I should be able to fuck it. My HP go. And KTZ, and that made me. How?
Oh, he hits that. With another 6,500 game, we are well on track to have an amazing session. But this next game wasn't going to be so easy. To win it, we had to pull off a massive clutch. No way! I tracked him and then the shot just missed anyway. I can't get lit here. The Leo and the Sturb are just gonna murder me. Fuck. Alright, you know what's about to happen, Bagden? I'm just gonna fucking drive in a circle for the next 30 seconds. Watch me bait this Leo one. Now, unfortunately, I do make a massive mistake here. I think that I can shoot this guy and then get back around the corner, but... No! We hit that! So now it's all up to Bagden.
I'm gonna go kill him. Why am I lit?
Nice. You have shots on that Sturb, but he's not going to be alive for much longer, so... Good job. We're probably going to be looking this one. Stinger, 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 stinger. Good job. Good shit, Baghdad. Dude, you were so unlucky with those last 2 shots, but then he missed his shot anyway.
You tripped.
So unfortunately, Baghdad had to go after this, which means that the rest of the day is up to me. Now, I think this is a great time to give you guys some commentary to just show how much I've learned and what I'm really thinking when I'm playing the Foch now. Alright, game 62 is on Murovanka, and in the past, I've gone to heavy flank in the start, but I've learned that that's just a little bit too aggressive for the Foch B, and I usually just end up losing too much HP. So I'm gonna go to the forest and see what I can shoot at. So looking at the map, I can see that the majority of the enemies are on the other flank, so that means it's safe for me to drive up. Once again, looking at the map, I can see I have 3 shots on some of these heavies, so I mean, I'll take the damage. I can see that we've won the enemy base, so I really think it's time for me to move up again. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any more damage, but our team did cap out for the win, and this game keeps us on pace for the 5K. Game 63 might just be the biggest throw I've ever seen in World of Tanks. Look, it's literally 10-2. And that brings me to game 65. Now, I have learned through this challenge that playing the Foch B is really about choosing when to be aggressive, and I know that's like most tanks, but in this tank it matters way more. So when I see almost my entire team coming to the tunnel with me, I know I can push through. It's hard to tell, but I know one of these E3s is on reload. I start reversing here because even though I'm fighting this guy, I'm still looking at my map and I want to get safe from that Death Star and that chat. With another 6k damage game down, we are well on our way to getting the 5k DPG, but if I throw these last 2 games, we're not going to get it. Pro tip, don't just drive out into the field if you're a heavy tank. So game 66 started off pretty slow, but then this happened. Yes, that was an entire full health E100 clipped to 0, and you could actually see me aim for his fuel tanks because I knew I wouldn't have enough in the mag. And with that saving my game, we are still well on track for 5k DPG going into the last game of the week. Now it already looks like we're outnumbered on this flank, so I really don't want to be too aggressive. So I'm just playing this tree I knocked down for the double bush, and I get a free kill on the links. Now looking at the map, I can see my team is pushing into their base, which to me means there's a very, very good chance that any heavies that are in the city aren't going to be too aggressive, and rather going to be focused on their base. This in turn gives me a free window to start moving up. Unlucky. So going for the reload here is kind of like a gamble, but I mean, like, who doesn't like gambling, right? So here I'm afraid that this Hogri might be looking at me because he's never been lit, but eventually I just decide to go because we're going to cap out anyway. So we end the final game of the week with 7.3k damage. And I actually end up getting 2 messages after the game. So we end the final day with a total of 8 wins and only 2 losses and a DPG of 5,303. We made the 5k DPG and I really feel that I am actually good at the Foch B now. Here are the stats for the entire week. You could see all the wins, the losses, the 1 draw, and it was supposed to be 70 games, but you know, we didn't play all of them in day 1, so it was only 67, but it is what it is. I can confidently say though that I've become much better at the Foch B through this challenge, and while I might not recommend you do it this strictly, it's definitely a good idea to just Get practice playing one tank over and over again if you actually want to get good at it. Okay, so what did I learn? How should you be playing the Foch? Well, in the Foch B, more than most, choosing when to be aggressive or passive or even somewhere in the middle is extremely important. And that's obviously important in all tanks, but the Foch B, it is central to the gameplay. The Foch is fantastic at doing all three, but only in very, very specific situations. You should be aggressive when there's an enemy that's isolated. Or there are multiple one-shots that you can go kill yourself. You should be passive when you need to conserve HP, or there are a lot of enemies clustered together and you don't want to trade with multiple people. And you should be playing somewhere in the middle in all the other scenarios where there's not a clear thing to do. Play as a single shot or like a two-shot autoloader like a VZ. Don't try to get your whole clip, because that's how you lose unnecessary HP. And remember, the less enemies there are in the battle, the more potent your gun will be. I'm definitely forgetting some things, but I've been editing this video for so long that I can't even remember anymore. So if you have any more questions, please put them in the comments and I will answer them and tell you how to play the Foch better. That's another thing though, I've been editing this video for genuinely over a week, like maybe 40 hours, even more. It's insane how much time I've put into this video. So if you could please give it a comment down below and a like and just pop a subscribe, that'd be amazing. Thank you. Anyway, I've been Leo. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, do not put me in the video.
I cannot wait to say Bagdon is an expert Foch B player and then show day one and it's just you getting shit on and then you rage quitting afterwards.